We're back at it again for 2025. Hello and welcome to Safety Update with Sam. I, of course, am Sam. This is the 2025 edition, which means it's kind of similar as a 2024 edition, I guess, as well. I thought about maybe changing the name, but I think for right now we're going to stick with it. It's suited me well. It's a brand. It's very popular now. It's right up there with, NBC and CBS. So why mess around with it? But anyways, I hope you guys had a great end of the year, 2024. Hope you got everything you wanted out of the holiday season. If that's rest, I hope you got it. If it's work, I hope you got that too. So, but I hope you're ready to just come out swinging for 2025 because this is going to be a good year. I really truly believe that. So, unfortunately, we got to start off with some repercussions from 2024 that are kind of following us into 2025. But I'm going to issue you guys a challenge here. So, we had an issue or had some issues at the end of 2024. I don't know what it was, but we'd take one step forward and take two steps back when it came to inspections and stuff like that. And as far as passing inspections, we had quite a few failed inspections on just really some bad ways to fail inspections. And when I say bad ways, I mean ways that were easily preventable. There's always going to be those times where something happens in transit. I get it, it's trucking, things happen. But like speeding or, not having things properly secured. I mean, just stuff like that. Like that's stuff that we can control, guys. So I just wanted to remind you, if you started driving while I was here, which has been over the last year and a half, you signed this. It's the Meiborg discipline policy. And on here, it talks about like what the policies are if you fail a bad inspection. Guys, I hate doing it. I really do. But there's a $300 company fine if you fail an inspection. And unfortunately, that's stuff that we have to enact because we're just having so many issues here right now of, like I said, very preventable failed inspections. Speeding, like I said, not securing things, not doing proper pre-trips, not catching some of that stuff. That has been an issue too. So here's my challenge for 2025. No failed inspections. Okay, I know that might be extremely broad and kind of pie in the sky, but I think we can do it. Okay, I think if we really use our cruise control, which I don't know why you wouldn't, do a really good pre-trip and post-trip to make sure everything's looking good. Make sure everything is secured on the truck, in the trailer, all that kind of stuff. Just doing what needs to be done, and we can really have a good 2025 with no failed inspections. Because here's the deal. I'll be completely upfront and honest with you guys right now. We have two entities. We have Meiborg, we have Silver Arrow. On the Silver Arrow entity, we are over the threshold now in two categories, okay? One of them's crash indicator. I'm working on that one, okay? We got hit, and the FMCSA has really bad metrics when it comes to crashes. Any crash you're involved with, you get dinged. Even if you got hit, you were just a bystander. So I'm working on that one. But we are also over on the hours of service for that one too, meaning guys aren't properly using their logbooks. Like they're not taking breaks, they're not taking long enough breaks, they're using PC when they shouldn't, things like that. Make sure your logs look good, okay? If you have questions about that, please let me know, okay? But make sure you're taking a 10-hour break, or if you're doing a split, make sure you're doing the split correctly. If you're driving and you get into almost 8 hours, you gotta take that half-hour break. Make sure you're doing all that little stuff. Putting shipping documents in, okay, and trailer numbers. They're catching that, guys. It's a form and manner violation. They're catching that. Make sure you're just doing all that little stuff because that adds up over time. So we're over the threshold in two categories in Silver Arrow. We're over the threshold in one category in Meiborg, and that is unsafe driving. Slow down, okay? That's the biggest one. We're speeding, okay? They're gonna pop you at 7 over. They might pop you at 6 over. So make sure that you're watching your speed, okay? Make sure you're watching the correct lane that you're supposed to be in too, because there are lane restrictions out there, as you know. And if you're in the wrong lane, cops know where to sit, So just make sure that you are paying attention to the road, okay? We're gonna get those numbers back down under the threshold, but the only way we can do that is to pass our inspections, okay? So that is a challenge for 2025. Pass the inspections. If you have questions about how to do something, let me know, let the dispatch know. We're here to help you guys out. We want to make sure that you're successful here in 2025, okay? I don't want to issue the $300 company fine, but I will if we're failing inspections, all right? So, okay, now, you have to stay tuned after the dash cam segment because I do have one more little announcement I'm going to be making here. But for right now, let's look at some dash cam. Okay, so this is kind of atypical. We're going to watch some dash cam, and what I've done is I got a voicemail from a driver who is no longer with us, and you'll probably see why here in a minute. Got a voicemail from a driver explaining what happened and what the cause of his bent rim and blown tire was. I went looking for the footage and I was never able to find exactly what he was describing, but I did find out why his tire blew and why his rim was bent. So what I've done is I've overlaid his voicemail over top of the video of what actually happened. So it's his description of what happened versus what actually happened. Now, I will tell you right now, because I like a heads up on this stuff, there is some language in this audio. So if you're watching this video with the kids, which is an interesting choice on your half, you might want to walk them out of the room here right now. So anyways, but here's what the driver said happened versus what happened.
Reporting an incident that really wasn't my fault. Another semi-driver was driving with his goddamn cell phone in his hand and not paying attention and almost hit me damn near head on. So when I swerved to move out of the way, I hit it looks like what it used to be. It was one of those concrete bases for a lamppost, and it bent the rim on the passenger side of the front of the trailer. And I didn't get the name, the company name on the truck or anything. All I know is I'm driving and I'm almost here to, well, I'm in the parking lot now of ABC Supply, which is my last delivery here in Fenton. And man, that scared the fucking shit out of me, man. I don't know how much longer I can drive out here over the road because these fucking guys out here, there's something wrong with them. For him to be operating a semi with his cell phone in his hand, I mean, not even looking, is quite frankly the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I'm standing here shaking in my goddamn boots right now, so.
Don't lie to me, okay? We have dash cam, we have cameras in all the trucks, okay? I can see what happens. The reason why this driver is no longer with us is because he lied. I mean, in all honesty, what happened wasn't the biggest, issue I've seen. And quite honestly, if he would have called and said, hey man, there's this really weird light pole in the middle of the parking lot and there were trucks lined up over here and I was really paying attention to those trucks and because of that, I misjudged that light pole and blew a tire. He might still be with us if that was his story, okay? But because he came out with this wild story, I lost all trust in the guy. And when I lose trust in you, that's when it becomes to a point where we can't work together anymore. Because if you're gonna lie about this, what else did you lie about? The next accident you get into, what are you gonna say about that? So here's the deal. Don't lie to me, okay? I won't lie to you. You don't lie to me. That's how we keep this relationship good, okay? So if something bad happens, and I tell my kids this all the time, if you do something bad or something wrong, let me know, okay? If you let me know what actually happened, then it's a lot easier to go forward with you. But if you don't let me know and I find out what happened or you flat out lied to me on stuff, I mean, I can't get rid of my kids. I can't fire my kids, but we might have to separate employment, okay, if something like that happens. So if that happens, just let me know, okay? That's all I'm asking. Don't lie to me. We'll find it, okay? It took me a while to find this one because I was looking for this major, truck pulling out type thing, and turns out I just had to look in the parking lot. But anyways, don't lie, okay? We're gonna find out what happens. It's better for you to just tell me what happened, okay? Now, I can't say that if something bad happens and you're completely at fault in it, that we're not going to, separate, but at least we can walk away as adults and we don't have to have an awkward conversation like I had with that driver and say, what are you doing? So anyways, okay. So I said there's an announcement afterwards. So here's the deal. It's New Year's. We got New Year's resolutions going on. Some of us maybe, I don't know. I don't really do it. But one thing I always try to do is like, what can I do a little bit better this year and whatnot? One of the things that I like to do, but I just don't do enough of, is reading. And looking at some surveys recently, it's like almost half of the adults in America don't read a book a year. So I thought, what would be better than to start a book club? So that's what I'm doing, okay? And you're more than welcome to join me. And if you don't want to join me, that's fine. I'm going to have a completely separate channel where we're going to discuss the book that we're reading. And that book that we are going to be reading first is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. I've read it before. It's a good book. It's worth another read. You can grab a paperback copy of it like I got, or Audible has it, Spotify has it. If you have a library card, a lot of those libraries now have mobile apps that you can download ebooks on, or download audiobooks on. Heck, you might even go to YouTube and find it. But Eat That Frog is a good book about procrastination and how to get more done and all that kind of stuff. And I thought it'd be a great book to start off our book club. I got 6 books lined up. This is the first one. So we're going to take 2 months and read it. It's a pretty short book. But we're going to read about 3 chapters a week out of this thing, and then we're going to discuss it. I might do a YouTube live type thing, so we can discuss it, or feel free to send comments or anything like that. Again, I'm going to have a link to the channel in one of these corners. I never know which one, but I'll have a link up there so you can kind of follow along with us and all that kind of good stuff. So if you want, go grab a copy of Eat That Frog, and we'll get reading on that. And if you don't want to, that's cool. But this is just a little bit I kind of like this way of connecting with you guys and not really being about work or anything like that, but just hey, what'd you get out of this? And I think it's a great book, and I got a couple others that we're going to read throughout the week, or throughout the year. So, anyways, Eat That Frog. Go pick up a copy. And that's all I got for you. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, feel free to reach out to me. And starting 2025, this motto doesn't change. While you are out there, please remember to drive safe.